Has it ever happened to you to wake up in the morning and think, today I'm going to take action, get things done, and move forward with my projects? But as the day goes by, nothing happens. After a while, you say to yourself, okay, time to take action, or I'll do nothing all day. But just before you do, you get a little thought, maybe I'll just watch one or two videos on YouTube. It won't take long. Suddenly, you're caught in this spiral where time slips through your fingers. Finally, when you snap back to reality after being hypnotized by social media, you realize it's already 6 p.m. You know it's too late. Once again, you won't be getting anything done today. And that brings on the inevitable feelings of guilt, feeling worthless, as if you let yourself down. You started the day wanting to be productive and to get things done, but it feels like something invisible is constantly pulling you toward procrastination. I've been there too. In my teenage years, I did nothing constructive. I spent my time playing video games, watching YouTube, and going out. Over time, I just felt miserable. I felt like I wasn't in control of my life, and that I didn't have any real purpose. Being stuck in a state of laziness felt hard to handle. But thankfully, there are ways to break out of this cycle of procrastination and start feeling productive again, so that at the end of the day, you can feel proud of yourself and satisfied with what you accomplished. In this video, I'll share 4 tips to help you break free from laziness and start being productive. Before we dive in, remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss content like this. The first tip, and this is more of a mindset shift, is to remember that you're not inherently lazy. Many people who procrastinate a lot think it's just part of their personality, something they can't change. But the problem with seeing laziness as part of your core identity is that it becomes an excuse to keep putting things off. Whenever something hard comes up, you think, I'm a lazy person. It's just who I am. But in reality, laziness is a state, not a fixed personality trait. Even if you think you're the world champion of procrastination, you can become productive. It all starts with a mindset shift and changing your work habits. Now for the second tip to combat laziness, focus your mind on the result. Often we have tasks that feel like a drag, whether it's paperwork or exercise, especially on days when you're not feeling it. As long as you focus on the task difficulty, you'll find an excuse to procrastinate. The trick here is to shift your focus to how you'll feel after you complete the task. For example, if it's your workout day, don't focus on how much you don't want to go. Instead, think about how you'll feel after you finish. You'll probably feel good, physically and mentally. You'll feel proud that you overcame the urge to procrastinate and took action even though you didn't feel like it. So when you're faced with a task you don't want to do, concentrate on the satisfaction you'll feel once it's done. The third tip, start small. If today you're stuck in chronic procrastination and haven't been productive in a long time, deciding to suddenly become disciplined overnight isn't realistic. It's like deciding to play a complex guitar solo when you've barely picked up the guitar before. If you try to play it flawlessly right away, you'll end up frustrated, missing notes, and probably giving up. What works is starting with simple chords or basic riffs. Begin by learning a few easy chords and practicing them until they feel natural. Then you can start adding transitions between chords, moving up to simple songs, and eventually building your way to more challenging pieces. With time, patience, and consistent practice, you'll be able to tackle that solo. But expecting to master it from the start is unrealistic. It's the same with taking action. If you're deep in procrastination today, you won't magically switch to full productivity overnight. Instead, set yourself a small, achievable goal, something simple that gets you moving in the right direction. Fourth tip for beating procrastination. Get closer to action. There's something curious about motivation. I call it the motivation paradox. A lot of people believe you need motivation to take action, that if you're not motivated, you can't act. But actually, it's the opposite. You need to take action to feel motivated. Motivation follows action. It may sound counterintuitive, but if you're spending your days lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling like a vegetable, the motivation isn't going to magically appear. It just won't happen. The idea, then, is to find a small action you can take to break that state of inertia. This could be something as simple as tidying up your room or doing the dishes. Just getting up to tackle a household task, or really any small activity, will start to get you moving. and little by little your emotions will shift. I guarantee your motivation will be a lot higher than when you were lying on your bed like a couch potato. What's more, when you focus on a small task, like doing the dishes or putting on your shoes to go to the gym, your brain doesn't fight back because it seems reasonable. Putting on your sports shoes, it literally takes 30 seconds and isn't difficult. But once you've done it, you'll be in motion. You'll be one step closer to real action. You'll be closer to your goal, like finishing your workout for the day. So to counter procrastination, use the principle of the motivation paradox. Instead of waiting for motivation to come, which rarely happens, start by moving with a small action that seems perfectly manageable. This will make it easy to get started, and soon enough, the motivation will come naturally. Change follows movement. If you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on new content.